specialist in ancient tools. Based on actual copper tools found at Giza and tomb scenes depicting stonecutters at work, Brown gathers everything an ancient Egyptian would have had to carve the Great Sphinx.
Rick and I got together and looked at all the evidence we have from the tomb scenes, from actual tools that we found, and based on all this evidence, Rick has put together the rudiments of the toolkit that the Sphinx builders would have used.
So we have copper chisels, two-handed pounder, and there's the hammer.
To really understand the challenge of using these tools for carving, Lehner and Brown begin by making them, starting with the copper chisel.
Even a little more right now, just so we can get some good heat.
Working long before the invention of harder bronze or iron, the Sphinx sculptors had to make do with softer copper.
This is what they would have done in Egypt. They take a blank of copper, we're going to heat it, and we're going to fashion this into a chisel.
The pure copper starts out a metal gray, and as it heats, it turns red.
So you want that piece of copper red hot?
Yeah, when I get color in the copper. Okay, we're ready. Okay, it looks good.
Ooh, we got it red hot.
It looks good. Now I'm going to just hand this off to you.
The heat softens the copper into a more pliable material that can be pounded into shape.
You know, this process is so basic. What they were doing was they were using a hard material to fashion and shape a soft material.
But as the soft copper cools, it hardens again.
I want to go back in the fire because I can actually break the metal. Okay. So let's go back in the fire.
Already, these ancient tools reveal there's more to making the Sphinx than just carving.
Charcoal was a crucial ingredient of making these monuments at Giza. So that they must have been trucking wood in and feeding these fires all day long, all year round, just to make the tools to make the monument.
Now I want to have it flat down this time.
The heating pounding cycle is repeated over and over.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's go.
Until the shape is just right.
I want it to be straight along the axis like this because if it's already turning a little bit, that means it's not going to last as long.
That's right.
So just like
They must have amassed more copper for building the Great Pyramid and the Sphinx than just about any place in the world in the 3rd millennium BC. I mean, it just must have been a huge cost in copper.
But the copper chisel was the high-tech finishing tool of the Old Kingdom. The real grunt work was achieved with something much more basic: stone hammers.
Mark, if you look at this photograph of the Tomb of Tea, there is a stone carver using a tool like this. And this is what I discovered. You have to really look carefully at these drawings because they give a lot of information.
Based on this 4,000-year-old tomb painting, Brown and Lehner make their own hammers today.
I want to use a harder stone against a softer stone.
So you're using a stone to make a stone tool.
Okay.
There's a whole lot of pounding going on.
The grooves and lashing transform a simple stone into an effective hammer.
It's not easy, is it? They probably did it as quickly as tying a shoe.
Okay, let's try that.
The thing about